All right, let's talk about resilience. It's a word that gets thrown around a lot, but what does it really truly mean? Well, today we're going to break it down into two huge pillars. First, how we handle unexpected changes ourselves, and second, how we show up for others when they're facing challenges. Let's dive in.
So, let me ask you something. Imagine you're playing a game. You've got it all figured out, you know the rules, you've got a strategy, and then, boom, out of nowhere, the rules just change. What do? That feeling, right there, that's the key to our first pillar.
You know, this simple little activity captures that feeling perfectly. You come up with a game using whatever's around, you get comfortable with how it works, and then bam, a brand new object gets tossed into the mix. You've got to adapt on the spot to make it all work again. It's kind of the perfect metaphor for life, isn't it?
So that feeling you just imagined, that mental scramble to pivot, to improvise, to make sense of something totally new, that's what we're talking about. You've basically just felt the mental gears that help us navigate all of life's biggest curveballs.
And that brings us right to our first pillar, adaptability. At its core, it's that internal skill of being able to change your plan, your whole strategy, or even just your mindset when something you did not see coming lands right in your path. So the key here is, it's not about dodging problems. It's all about how you flex when they show up. Okay, so definitions are one thing, but a story makes it all click, right? So let's shift from a simple game to a really high-stakes, real-life decision. I want you to meet Arun.
Arun's life was predictable. He worked on his family's farm, he knew his role. But then, money got tight, and just like that, the rules of his life changed. His father sent him to the city, a completely alien environment. He's there trying to help his family, but he's just lost, overwhelmed and totally unprepared for the kinds of jobs that are even available.
And then, just like that new object in our game, something unexpected pops up. A job at a hotel. The catch? It means cleaning rooms and talking to guests, things he has zero experience with. This is his moment.
So here he is, standing at a crossroads. Option 1, take the terrifying new job, learn everything from scratch, and actually help his family. Option 2, retreat. Go back to the comfort of what's familiar, but leave that big problem completely unsolved.
So what would you do? I mean, really think about it. There's no single right answer here. And that's the point. The process itself, facing this choice and consciously deciding to change your plan, that is adaptability in action. It's about engaging with the unexpected, not just letting it happen to you.
But here's the thing, resilience isn't just about how we adapt to our circumstances, like Arun's situation. It's also about how we handle the challenges that come directly from other people. And this brings us to our second, and just as crucial, pillar.
And that brings us to a tough topic, bullying. The source gives us a really clear definition here. It's about hurting someone, repeatedly. You know, this isn't a one-time thing, it's a pattern. And it can happen with words, with actions, or even online.
And listen, this isn't just a schoolyard problem. Think about these examples in the adult world. Mocking a colleague's accent in a meeting, spreading rumors around the office, deliberately leaving someone out of the group lunch. These are all things that chip away at a person's sense of safety and belonging.
Now, the source material lays out these really tough scenarios, but then it does something brilliant. It introduces this powerful idea. In each case, it imagines someone who makes a totally different choice, a person who decides to be an anti-bully. This is a huge shift, from just being a bystander to being an active force for good.
So let's just ask the question, what does that actually mean, to be an anti-bully? Because it's a lot more than just not being a bully yourself. It's an action. It's a choice. Being an anti-bully means choosing to act. It's speaking up when someone's accent gets mocked. It's shutting down gossip when you hear it. It's inviting the person who's always left out. This proactive support for others, that is our second pillar of resilience.
So here they are, side by side. You've got adaptability, which is all about your internal focus, your skill of bending without breaking when your world gets turned upside down. And then you have anti-bullying, which is your external focus, the skill of helping others stand strong when they're being targeted. See? They're two sides of the same resilience coin. You really need both.
And that brings us to the big takeaway here. Real resilience isn't just a solo mission about how tough you are. True, lasting resilience is about building an environment, at work, at home, wherever, where everyone feels safe and supported enough to bounce back together.
So it all boils down to this. Resilience is how you adapt, and it's how you help other people adapt too. It's the choice Arun makes at his crossroads, and it's the choice you make when you see someone being put down. The real question isn't just what you'll do for yourself, but how you'll show up for others. So, what will you do next?